Form templates define what data you collect. Each template is a set of fields, questions you answer during or after an assignment. Let's build one from scratch so you can see how it works. Before you start building a template, it's a good idea to create one on paper first. Start with a simple outline of elements you feel you need to capture for each log. Common elements are the training location, the date, who you trained with, general training notes, and perhaps your goals for this training. You can always change and expand later on, so start simple to get a feel for it. From the main screen, tap the Settings button in the upper left corner and navigate to the Forms and Lists section. Then tap Form Template Builder. Here's the list of templates. As you can see, I already have a few. To create a new one, tap the plus button at the bottom. First thing Lokate asks for is a template name. Pick something descriptive. You'll be choosing this from a list later, so make it clear what this template is for. I prefer to add a version to it, something like V1. This gives me a chance to improve or change the template later on and keep the older versions. I'll call this one Area Training Log Vi1. If you created a paper version of what you want to capture, you may have written down training date, and then an empty area where you would write the date of the training. The prompt and the empty area combined, Lokate calls a field. To add a field to the template, first tap the form template you just created, then tap the big plus sign at the bottom. We can now fill out the field title, training date, in our example. The answer type we're expecting for this is date. The answer type determines what type of data is captured. Date will give you a date picker. Text, on the other hand, is free text, though just one line. If you need more than one line, common for training notes, select multi-line text. We'll talk about the other choices later on. Let's create a field that captures the organization you trained with. Say you often train with MySAR, USAR, and PDK9. Clearly, you don't want to type that out each time you fill out a log. You want to select this from a list instead. Lokate supports two different selection list types. Multi-choice, which supports a list of answers of which you can select more than one option at the time, as well as Select One, which is a list of which you can only select one. For this field, we need Select One answer. Notice that we now have a new button, Set Options. Tap this and the Customize Field Choices sheet shows. Here you can add the organizations. Tap the plus sign at the bottom for each option you want to add. So first we add My SAR, tap Return, then the plus sign again for a new option. Type in US SAR, tap Enter, and finally do the same for PDK9. Return to our list of fields. We have only 2 fields, but let's see what it looks like if you were to fill out the form. There is a button for this, Preview, at the bottom. Tap it and the form shows as if you are filling it out. This preview is fully interactive, but it does not save. It's meant to get a feel for how your form behaves before you actually use it. Oh, I think I want to make a change to the organization field. I don't train with PDK9 much, so let's remove that option. Swipe down to exit the preview, tap on Set Options in the organization field. To remove an option, swipe left on that option and tap Delete. Okay, back to the field list. Let's add a text field that allows us to take notes. This is a multi-line text field. We're done with our initial form template. Swipe down, tap Save. Now we can use this template with a recorded assignment. Tap Assignments. You can see I have a few recorded already. I'll pick one labeled Capricorn Business Park. Then tap the menu in the upper right corner and select Log. This shows all the log templates I have. Let's select the one we just created. And there it is. All we need to do is fill it out. When I pull down the sheet, it asks to save it. We do. If at this point I go back into the menu and select Log, I will no longer see the templates to select from, but instead the filled out log. That's how you use templates and create a log. But there are some ways to do better. Next is lists and how you use these with templates.